Whiskey, often referred to as liquid gold, is one of the most cherished spirits in the world. With over 1 billion bottles sold annually, its allure transcends borders, cultures, and palates. But what goes into making this iconic spirit, and what makes Jack Daniel's, the best-selling whiskey in the United States, so special? Let's dive into the fascinating process and rich history behind this celebrated drink, culminating in a global appreciation for the craft of whiskey making. The origins of whiskey date back to ancient times when distillation techniques were first developed. The word whiskey itself is derived from the Gaelic term uisge beatha, meaning water of life. While its exact roots are debated, whiskey as we know it began to take shape in Scotland and Ireland during the medieval period. By the 18th century, the art of distillation had crossed the Atlantic, finding fertile ground in the Americas, particularly in Tennessee, where Jack Daniel's whiskey was born. The story of Jack Daniel's is as captivating as the drink itself. Founded in the mid-19th century by Jasper Newton, Jack Daniel, the brand quickly became synonymous with quality and craftsmanship. Nestled in Lynchburg, Tennessee, a small, quiet town that remains its home to this day, Jack Daniel's has built a legacy rooted in tradition, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The role of water, the heart of whiskey. Every drop of Jack Daniel's whiskey begins with one of its most vital ingredients, pure, iron-free spring water. Sourced from a natural spring in Lynchburg, this water is filtered through layers of limestone which removes impurities like iron. Even trace amounts of iron can give whiskey an unpleasant metallic taste, so its absence is critical. This spring flows at an impressive rate of 3,000 liters per minute, ensuring a consistent and abundant supply for the distillery. The purity of this water sets the foundation for the exceptional quality that Jack Daniel's is known for. The perfect blend of grains. To create whiskey, a careful blend of grains is essential. Jack Daniel's recipe is no exception, consisting of 80% corn, provides the signature sweetness, 12% malted barley, adds depth and complexity, 8% rye, contributes a spicy, peppery note. Each day, approximately 450,000 kilograms of these grains arrive at the distillery. The corn is crushed in specialized machines to unlock its natural sugars, while the barley and rye are carefully prepared to ensure the ideal balance of flavors. This blend of grains is then mixed with water and heated, activating enzymes in the malted barley that convert starches into fermentable sugars. Fermentation, the birth of alcohol. With the sugars ready, yeast is introduced to begin fermentation. This critical step transforms the sugary liquid into alcohol while releasing carbon dioxide. At Jack Daniel's, the same proprietary strain of yeast has been used for decades to maintain consistency. To preserve its integrity, samples of this special yeast are cryogenically frozen at 125 degrees C, ensuring its availability for generations to come. Fermentation takes place in large 150,000-liter vats, where the mixture, known as mash, is left to ferment for 6 days. During this time, most of the sugar is converted into alcohol, resulting in a liquid called distillation beer. While the term beer might sound appealing, this liquid is far from drinkable at this stage. Distillation, transforming beer into spirit. To turn this beer into whiskey, the alcohol must be separated from the water. The distillation process begins by heating the liquid to a temperature just below boiling. As the alcohol vaporizes, it travels through a series of steel stills before being cooled and condensed back into liquid form. The result is a clear spirit known as green whiskey, containing around 70% alcohol. At this point, the whiskey is harsh and unrefined, requiring further treatment to achieve its iconic smoothness. Charcoal filtration, the signature Jack Daniel's process. One of the defining characteristics of Jack Daniel's whiskey is its unique filtration process, known as the Lincoln County process. This involves filtering the green whiskey through charcoal made from sugar maple wood, a method the company has employed for over 150 years. The preparation of this charcoal is an art in itself. Sugar maple wood is harvested in autumn when its sap content is at its lowest. The wood is then air-dried for 12 months before being burned. To ignite the fire, whiskey is used as fuel. Once the wood is reduced to charcoal, it is doused with water to extinguish the flames, leaving behind the perfect filtering material. The green whiskey is poured over the charcoal and allowed to drip through slowly, a process that takes about 10 days. This filtration removes impurities and imparts a smooth, slightly smoky flavor that defines Jack Daniel's. Barrel aging, a dance between wood and whiskey. Once filtered, the whiskey is ready for aging. This step not only enhances the flavor, but also gives whiskey its characteristic amber color. The barrels used for aging are made from American white oak, with the interior charred to caramelize the wood's natural sugars. At Jack Daniel's, each barrel is crafted by hand and charred to perfection. The whiskey is pumped into these barrels, 500 barrels an hour, each holding 200 liters, and transported to one of the distillery's 74 warehouses. Inside the warehouse, the barrels are stacked across 7 floors. The position of a barrel within the warehouse significantly affects how the whiskey matures. Barrels stored higher up experience greater temperature fluctuations, which intensifies the interaction between the whiskey and the wood, resulting in a richer flavor. These barrels produce some of the distillery's finest and most expensive whiskeys. Whiskey must age for a minimum of 4 years before it can be bottled. During this time, the spirit absorbs flavors from the wood, transforming into the complex and aromatic liquid that whiskey lovers adore. Bottling. From barrel to shelf. After aging, the whiskey is removed from the barrels and diluted with water to adjust its alcohol content from 59% to a more palatable 47%. It is then filtered one final time before being funneled into the iconic square bottles that bear the Jack Daniel's name. Each bottle is meticulously inspected, labeled, and prepared for shipment. With over 378,000 liters of whiskey produced daily, the distillery operates with remarkable efficiency, ensuring that whiskey lovers worldwide can enjoy a taste of Tennessee tradition. A global phenomenon. Jack Daniel's is more than just a whiskey, it is a cultural icon. Its global popularity has made it a staple in bars, homes, and celebrations around the world. From casual drinkers to connoisseurs, Jack Daniel's appeals to a wide range of palates and preferences. The brand's commitment to quality and innovation has also led to the creation of new flavors such as honey and apple-infused whiskeys, catering to modern tastes while honoring its storied heritage. The legacy of whiskey. Whiskey's journey from grain to glass is a testament to human ingenuity, tradition, and craftsmanship. Its rich history, combined with the dedication of distillers like Jack Daniel's, ensures that this spirit remains a beloved and enduring symbol of celebration and camaraderie. Whether enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or as part of a cocktail, whiskey continues to captivate and inspire. So, the next time you raise a glass of this liquid gold, take a moment to appreciate the artistry and history that make it truly special.